Bramblett on the mound, native of Hoover, Alabama. It's his second year with the Gateway Grizzlies. He's got a 1.12 ERA. This is only his second start of the season. He's got 8 saves, so he's kind of been a utility for Gateway. So an unusual start for him. He pitched 3 days ago against Lake Erie for 2 innings. Struck out 2 batters, but tonight he gets the start as Cameron Roth, the manager for the Grizzlies, wants his best guy on the mound as leadoff hitter Scott Halswasser fouls that one back to the ball boy. Halswasser, as Matt mentioned, one of the newest Slammers to join the roster this year. And he sends that one right back up the middle for a leadoff single. Good piece of hitting by Halswasser, Matt, and that's what he's been brought in to do. He was a top bat for Northeastern University, and right there sends that fastball right back up the middle.
Had no patience there, waited no time. He saw his pitch, the very first one he got, and he sent it right back up the middle for a single to lead off the inning. Got Dylan Hardy now, leading the team in batting average, 267, 350 OBP, 360 slugging, and 2 home runs.
Ball 1 to Hardy. He's the hottest bat on the Slammers roster right now, batting .304 in the month of July. He got 7 RBIs and 2 home runs. The only 2 so far this season. Back goes Halswasser to first. But one thing we've seen, Matt, a lot, and I don't know if this is strategy or whatever, but third base coach Madison Famia, the bullpen coach, now she's been promoted to third base coach, is going to be making her 4th start of the season. We've seen a lot of hit and run and small ball with her over there, and this offense has kind of benefited from that.
I think it started out as, if you've been watching this team, I think you can see that it's very superstitious. I think that we won the first time, and we're just keeping it going, seeing how long we can keep, not a winning streak, but a bunch of wins so far this series.
Big swing and a miss on Hardy on the 2-0 breaking ball. But yeah, you mentioned baseball is a game of superstition, and baseball players especially will ride out whatever that is, certain socks, pregame snacks, walk-up song. But right now, Slammers are 2-1 with Madison over at third base. Halswasser gets in there.
You're a baseball player for Concordia University of Chicago. What are your superstitions?
I got to put my right sock on before my left sock, and I always have to have a 5-pound bag of Swedish fish in my backpack. Halswasser goes, taking the strike by Hardy, but Halswasser slides in, and wow, what a tag by Jones, the shortstop. Just got the heel of Halswasser, but Regnault with a great throwdown. Not a lot of time to catch the speedy Halswasser. So leadoff guy gets on and thrown out. So a 2-2 count to Hardy with 1 out now, but Matt, that's an impressive play right there.
It is. Did not have much time, very little margin for error, and he still made the play.
Fastball misses high to bring the count full.
What happens if it's a 4.9-pound bag of Swedish fish?
Then I know that someone on my team took a couple Swedish fish.
Sounds kind of like a highly likely scenario there.
Most likely. Look at that. Ball drifts into center, just drops at the feet of Woodcock. So back-to-back singles for the Slammers. And Dylan Hardy keeps his hot bat going. And man, oh man, he is one of those guys that at the beginning of the year it looked like it might have been a long year, but he's really come along beautifully.
Slow start with the Slammers. He had a 220 or so batting average last year, rather 2019 in the Red Sox organization. Had a slow start here, but now he's really blossoming as the season goes on.
So Braxton Davidson, the big former first-round pick by the Atlanta Braves, steps into the box. He's batting .304 on the week with 2 RBIs. Last night he had a 3-hit game. He takes ball 1. And Matt, you see he got the shift on right now. But he had 3 singles last night, all to the shift side. So he pulled them all side. And not many times you see that out of a big guy or one of the power hitters that can do that. He chops it and it goes foul.
That's not something you usually see with Davidson. He has a low batting average, but he makes up for it with walks and power. He has only a .221 batting average, but he leads the team in home runs, and he's third on the team in OBP.
Any way on is how manager Aaron Nakula will describe it when I talked to him in the pregame. He says his batters are seeing A pitches, and they're taking A swings, and you put those two together, you start getting runs and better hits. Bramblett looking a little concerned with runners on base, but loves his pickoff moves.
And it's good to see the Slammers get off to a solid start. A lot of the time we'll struggle to get hits until it's too late. We're starting off 2 hits in a row here.
And another attempt at a stolen base, but this time Dylan Hardy slides in. So Slammers 1 for 2 on stolen bases in the first inning. But aggressive base running so far for the Slammers. Seem like they've turned a page here and decided that they're going to be the ones enforcing the pressure.
See, there's definitely a very aggressive attitude coming right out of the gate. They know they've got to seize the opportunity. They've got to get ahead early, let that bullpen lock it down.
What strategies worked for the Slammers throughout the year? After 5 innings, if they're ahead, they are 11-0. They're trailing. They are 3-18. So manager Aaron Nakula knows that he's got to get his guys going early. But this team can hold leads, but it's tough for them to come back. 2-2 pitch to Davidson. Big swing and a miss, just past the shortstop, and that's into the gap. He breaks the shift again. Hardy's going to round third and come home. Braxton Davidson. He can't be stopped by the shift. And he drives in the first run of the game.
Might have to start calling him the shift buster.
What's so interesting is that the shift is used to stop batters from hitting it to the pull side. And we saw Jones dive over as well as Rosario. And the ball still got all the way out to Woodcock in deep center field.
Hey Slammers fans, welcome to today's pregame show as we kick off the weekend series between your Joliet Slammers and the visiting Windy City Thunderbolts. Carter Gledhill joined by Ryan Gledhill. Ryan, the Slammers are coming off a tough midweek series against the Schaumburg Boomers, the division leaders. They dropped 2 games and now they come home and find themselves in another battle against a division opponent. Welcome to the Slammers pregame show on this beautiful Margaritaville Sunday. It's game 3 of the weekend series between the Joliet Slammers and the visiting Southern Illinois Miners. I'm Carter Gledhill, joined by Ryan Gledhill. And last night, Ryan, we were treated to a Slammers victory in game 2, and it came in a big way, 4-1. And really, it was a good game all around from the Slammers. Well, it's a Friday night here at DuPage Medical Group Field. We have fireworks after the game. We've already seen a Brian Pereira big fly, but I think what's most exciting about this is fans are back, and they're back in numbers. There's over 2,300. We might get up to 2,500 fans here tonight, which is going to be the most fans we've seen since the 2019 season. Some of the groups that are here are Manhattan 114 PTO, Crystal Lawn Elementary School, and the Illinois Hawks 13U baseball team. When I asked Slammers GM Heather Mills before the game about how she felt about tonight, she said it's amazing just to have some sense of normalcy back. And Lonnie and Bill, I can say it's the same here as a baseball fan. Tonight's a great night for the Slammers organization. Back to you guys. Well, last night's big headline was Cameron Ofterhide getting his first win of the season. In that 4-1 victory, Cameron went 6 2/3 with only allowing 2 hits and 1 run with 6 strikeouts. I had a chance to catch up with him before today's game, and I asked him, what was it like to finally get the first win? And he said, it felt great. Really simple answer for a man of not many words, as he was calm, cool, and collected last night. And he said, really, he just needed to get back to the basics. He already faced Southern Illinois twice this year, so last night he went back to his strengths, which was the 2-seam fastball and the changeup. A lot of weak contact and pop flies from the Southern Illinois Miners bats. And we saw Cameron congratulated by his teammates and managers at the end of the game for finally breaking it and getting his first win of the year. He'll be back in action sometime next week. But for now, Cameron can celebrate as the Slammers got their first win against Southern Illinois since last week. Lonnie and Kylie, back up to you. Hey Slammers fans, Carter Gledhill joined by Slammers outfielder Dylan Hardy. Dylan, you're the hottest bat right now in the Slammers lineup. You're batting .364 in the last 7 days. You also lead the team with the .267 batting average. What are you thinking about when you get into the box?
I'm really just thinking about getting the pitch and not missing it. Just getting my pitch and laying off marginal pitchers' pitches that more than likely I'm going to get out on, and just not missing that pitch whenever I get it. That's really all it is to it.
You got a weekend homestand against the Gateway Grizzlies tonight, and they've been struggling lately with a high ERA, 4.8 on the month of July. You guys have taken four of 6 so far in the season against them. What's going to be the mindset tonight to get back on track?
I think it's just going to have to be playing for each other, playing to win the game and winning every inning, winning every pitch. I think if we do that, we have a good enough lineup and a good enough bullpen, and we can get back on track. And I think it's just going to take everybody. Gateway is a great team. And we're a great team. It's just going to have to be everybody doing their job and doing it more often than not.
Awesome. Dylan, thank you for your time. And back to the game, folks.